Hey guys, Mr. Dan here. I got really lucky at Dollar Tree and found this film called The Domestics from 2018. I thought it was really good. I had a lot of fun with it. Let's get into it. Okay, this film was written and directed by Michael P. Nelson, who would go on to do 2021's Wrong Turn reboot. And he had created a short film in 2015 also called The Domestics, which was used to generate interest and funding for this film. That was a short film that featured a similar story, condensed, of course. And this film stars Kate Bosworth and Tyler Hoechlin as Mark and Nina. And after a very brief opening scene in which some school children witness some planes flying overhead delivering some kind of what appears to be a chemical weapon attack, we learn that we are now in a post-apocalyptic society where the countryside is ruled by gangs. And there is a man on the radio named Crazy Al, who's played by Alan M. Schmitz, who is sort of narrating the action. And interestingly enough, the same actor played another character named Crazy Al in yet another short film by the director called The Retirement of Joe Corduroy, which appears to be a Death Wish type of storyline. And this actor, although you never see him, he's actually very good. And he actually sounds a lot like J.K. Simmons. And I was actually unsure until the end of the movie whether or not that was him. And he's used very effectively because you don't really have to bog the storyline down with a lot of exposition. He's kind of narrating the story, if you will. And basically the story is that our characters, two main characters, Mark and Nina, who are an estranged couple, decide to make sort of a run for it and make a trek through dangerous gang-controlled country to this supposed safety of her parents' house. And along the way, they encounter various gangs such as the Plowboys and the Sheets, the Gamblers, who are sort of the main bad guys, and the Nailers. And then there's also a fugitive from an all-female gang called the Cherries. And she plays a character named Betsy, played by Sonoyo Mizuno, in a role that doesn't really have any dialogue. And she's an interesting character because she escapes from the Plowboys, who are sex traffickers. At first, they just seem like a relatively, a territorial fight if we have to, kind of a gang that likes to work on their cars and trucks. But this is the type of film where nobody is as they seem. So it turns out the Plowboys are sex traffickers. Betsy escapes, and she kind of tags along, although she's always on the fringes, and I found that to be really interesting. She's like studying the couple, Mark and Nina, following along with them, just kind of biding her time until the climax of the film. She's a really good character. Now, along the way, they get into a variety of situations that they have to extract themselves from. They do receive some help from a what appears to be a family man, a good guy played by Lance Reddick, who is, he always brings a lot of gravitas to any role that he plays. But this, like I said, this is the kind of film where nothing is as it seems. And I don't want to say too much more. Suffice to say, they do make it to their destination, but for the fourth or fifth time, looks can be deceiving. And what I like about it is you have several gangs sort of converging on the same location, and then you also have Betsy, who is kind of like a wild card, and it all kind of comes together in a fiery climax. And I think you'll enjoy it. I enjoyed it. I'm definitely going to take another look at this. To find something like this at the Dollar Tree and to get so much enjoyment out of it, I mean, you can't go wrong. This was pretty good. I really need to see that Wrong Turn reboot, and I'm interested to see what the director Michael P. Nelson comes up with next. All right, guys, this has been Mr. Dan with a quick review. Just want to shout out to both Hobbs and Jason from Horrific Nightmares, JM. I kind of modeled this sort of style of review after the way they review their films. So thanks a lot, and I'll catch you next time.